We get so many viewers to this channel, new viewers, new watchers, new people. People come in and out. That's okay. A lot of people that watch the channel for a while, they go away, they come back. New people come in, new people experience it for the first time. You can always tell because one of the first things they say is, well, Colin, you don't have any evidence that the attack you just saw is really about black on white hostility. Did they say anything, Colin? I didn't hear him say anything. Well, we talk about the numbers here once in a while, and the evidence is the numbers. The evidence is the pattern. And just because somebody doesn't say something, just because somebody doesn't write a little note saying, I hate white people, just because somebody's not carrying a sign that says down with hunky, that doesn't mean that there's not a pattern of black on white racial hostility and violence that we see every day that we should ignore. No, it would be dangerous to ignore it. The people in these videos are the ones who think they can ignore it. And so we talk about patterns for the new people. Even so, if they want the numbers are out there. If you want the numbers, if you don't know the numbers, it's only because you don't want to know the numbers. Heather McDonald publishes number all the time in her book. She's heavy on the Numbahs. Google it, the Numbahs. Black on white, black crime against white people, old people, young people, gay people, straight people, Asian people, kitties, puppies, dogs, turtles, goldfish. It's wildly out of proportion. So that's a pattern. That represents a pattern that we see people on television, the talking heads on TV. They're always trying to convince us the pattern doesn't exist. And now the problem is not the pattern. The problem is that white people are causing all this black violence and black dysfunction. We see that on TV all the time. What we don't see is anybody looking at videos like this and saying, hey, wow, that happened the same day in the same city, same kind of circumstances. I wonder what that's all about.
Philadelphia's Queens Village neighborhood. A man's recovering after getting punched out over, of all things, a pool game. And the search is on for the man who threw that punch. Our Jeff Cole's live in the Operations Center with how the fun night turned so quickly. Jeff.
Lucy, Philadelphia police are trying to send a message. This kind of bold public violence will not be tolerated in this city. But for them to fully deliver their point, they need the public to actually pitch in. The His and Hers restaurant and bar offers pizza, cheesesteaks, burgers, and wings. Its happy hour drinks are cut rate, and all of it can be enjoyed while playing pool. Police say early morning Friday, October 5th, it all turned ugly.
It was a festive, fun game of pool until this happened.
What happened started out as a dispute over pool that turned a little rough with pushing and punches, but police say when the aggressor was kicked out of the restaurant, he waited outside and delivered a brutal punch.
To lay in wait outside the bar and catch the victim coming out and cold cocking basically is not something that is not legal.
Police say the strike to the face is an aggravated assault, a felony, and they're asking the public to help them put a name to the guy who landed the vicious blow.
This is very bad move to wait for him outside till he comes out and then knock him out cold. That's inhuman.
The victim suffered injuries to his face and is trying to help police, but investigators say it was a pickup game of pool, and he doesn't know his attacker. Restaurant staff has apparently told police what started the fight, but the department spokesperson declined to tell reporters. Licensed as the Lale Lounge, the His and Hers restaurant carries the proper food service and business licenses, and police say is not a place known for trouble. But trouble can be found anywhere, says this passerby working on her master's in clinical mental health.
Nobody should do that, but unfortunately that is the way that our society is. So unfortunately everybody just has to take the precautions and be aware that that's how our society is and to watch your back.
Police do have a suspect, and they've released a surveillance photo of the man they are looking for. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Natasha Brown. Let's get right out to Eyewitness News reporter Cleve Bryan, live at Temple University, where he talked to that victim today. Cleve.
Natasha, she says she wasn't rude, she wasn't snarky, she doesn't understand why a man attacked her, but this Temple University student wants him caught so no one else gets hurt.
I was going home to just visit my family.
Boarding a SEPTA train for Trenton last Friday afternoon, Temple freshman Alicia Wintenberg had family time and homework on her mind. She never imagined some friendly advice to a stranger would land her in the ER.
Around halfway through the train ride, he asks, is this Trenton?
Wintenberg says a man seated behind her was looking for information about how soon to get off the train. She gave him a time estimate and reassured him he would know it was time to get off because it was the end of the line.
And I said this in a very polite tone.
She says the man gave her a long stare, and when the train stopped at the Trenton station, he came up and punched her in the face.
He just wailed on me, and he hit pretty hard.
I could see.
Yeah. But in the moments after, I really had no idea what was happening. I just felt like a lot of blood.
Fellow passengers yelled at the man and got paper towels for her eye. New Jersey Transit Police responded and didn't find the man, but later located surveillance of him hopping a fence as he ran away. Wintenberg had to go to the hospital where she got 7 stitches. She says the injury doesn't appear permanent and she didn't suffer a concussion, but the emotional trauma may not yet have fully set in.
Looking back on the situation and looking forward, I really want to limit the attacker's effect on my life to just my face.
Right now, she wants the public to help find her attacker so no one else gets hurt.
Because clearly he's a violent person and not one who acts with much reason.
So, yeah, if you want a channel that's just going to repeat numbers all the time, this is not it. Numbers are a diversion, and numbers are there. If you want them, go get them. What's not there is somebody constantly exposing the greatest lie of our generation, this hoax of black victimization. And, I can also tell another way when somebody's new on our channel. Another way is they go, Colin, white people do it too. Okay, well, give me the videos. That's kryptonite. Whenever I say, give me the proof, give me the evidence, that basically means I want you to go away and never come back, because that's what happens when you ask people who are lying their butts off about white people, white racism and white violence against black people, non-existent. When you ask them for some videos of their little fairy tales, they go away, never come back, but probably even more determined never to make the black kids angry.